Hello there lords and ladies, I am the Mighty Gammon. Today is a special video to celebrate our community hitting the 1000 subscriber milestone. You asked me questions of varying intelligence, and I will now answer most of them. Grab a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy. We will start with the questions I got in my Discord. I cannot wait to see what kind of things you guys want to know about me.
Why are you gay?
Oh right. What made you want to start a YouTube channel? Well, I was doing literally anything else with my life, so I thought I would take the same energy online to ruin more lives. No, I joke. I started creating content because I like to make people laugh, and it lets me express my creativity with a lot of freedom where other things really don't. The aim is to one day entertain you guys as a full-time job. Whether that happens will be anyone's guess. How do you make your videos entertaining? Well, I smoke 50 tons of liquid crack and waterboard myself to come out with the jokes that I come out with in my videos. No, in seriousness, I don't really know. I guess it just comes naturally to me. But I can tell you why I try to make them entertaining. Seeing someone's comment about how I made their day, or even just made them laugh, is such a great feeling that it generally makes it all worth it. Why Battlefront 2 over other games and content? Well, I started Battlefront 2 videos because I had got back into the game after a long time away from it. It has a lot of content ripe for making awful jokes, and I have a deep admiration for Star Wars in general. My channel is officially a variety channel, which means you can expect many different games in the future after my current Battlefront series, but of course I'm gonna continue with Battlefront and general Star Wars games as part of my regular programming. Thoughts on blasters and saber heroes? This video is nowhere near long enough for me to give my opinion on each person, so I'm gonna generalize here. Saber heroes are by far my favorite. They're so fun, and a lot of the time they can be overpowered in the right hands. However, I find someone who's good with a blaster hero can not only slap the twat off of most saber users, but they can also sit at the back of the map doing sweet cool for an entire supremacy match like the little shits they are. Are you a slab of meat? That's a very good question. I have to come clean. I am. I'm a walking, talking gammon steak. My videos are entirely created and edited by pork. Be impressed. Have you ever just wanted to quit YouTube? Yes, I have. A few months ago, actually, around the time I released my last Assassin's Creed video, I was putting so much effort into my script writing, collecting footage and editing. I was working a full-time job and then working a second job in the form of YouTube, essentially. I came close to giving up just because of the stress involved, but the positive comments and feedback from you guys kept me motivated, and now I'm at a point where I'm enjoying creating content more than ever, so something's clearly worked. Do you like your channel? No, I hate it. I'm being held hostage in a Cuban jail and forced to create communist propaganda in the form of piss-take Star Wars hero guides. Send help immediately. How did you come up with your YouTube name? The Mighty Gammon was my first ever Xbox gamer tag when I got my 360 about 50 years ago. I think I chose it because I really like salted pork. Also, it was the first piece of nonsense that came to my mind when creating my account. It's stuck with me ever since. What's your favorite Star Wars memory? There are so many of them that I'm going to go with a real life memory that wasn't just related to Star Wars media. Back when I was in secondary school, my mum took myself and my younger brother to a temporary Star Wars museum in central London. The displays were amazing and the atmosphere inside the building gave me intense nostalgia. Simpler times, lad. Simpler times. Do you know Candice? What's your favorite meme? Good question. I find memes which make absolutely no sense to be the funniest. With that being said, here's my favorite one.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38s, 9, 10 Mac 10s, the shits never end.
Do you like Northern Irish people? I love all Irish people. I mean, I'm part Irish myself, so if I didn't, I'd be rather self-hating. Although slandering oneself is what the British Isles are known best for, so it wouldn't really be off-brand, I guess. Is Han's sharpshooter useful at all? It's good for clearing out loads of troopers or a blaster hero. However, never use it against saber heroes because you'll just stand there and die like the little twat you are. What's your favorite Star Wars song? It's going to be a close matchup between Anakin's Dark Deeds, the Imperial March, and Kylo Ren's theme. Imperial March comes out just on top because it's a classic. Your mum? My mum said yes. How many hours have you logged on Battlefront 2 and when did you start playing it? I have around 600 hours logged in Battlefront 2 in total. I started playing it in the open beta in 2017, then again on the day the full game released. I've been playing it a lot since. I mean, most of my playtime was about end of 2017, beginning of 2018. I played the shit out of it, but I've been playing it on and off ever since. As you can see from my hours logged, I have taken large breaks since its release, which is why I've only got 600 in however many years. The game today is very different from the one that I first played. I remember when heroes and villains had to be unlocked with in-game currency and the star cards came out of loot boxes instead of being leveled up by gameplay. Was not well received for good reason. Yeah, the game's very different now. In fact, some of the gameplay I preferred back on release day. It was simpler. There was less exploits and yeah, the game was just more casual. I feel like now a lot of people have turned it into, because Battlefront isn't competitive. It's not a competitive game. It's a very casual game and some people just don't seem to understand that. But you know, hey ho. Now we move on to my YouTube comments section for the remainder of the questions. What plans do you have for the channel? I'll be honest, at present I'm kind of winging my content. What I am aiming to do is finish my Battlefront satirical guide series and then move on to other games I've been playing. Far Cry 6 and the new Battlefield game are due to release this year and I'm very excited to give them a go. I'll probably continue doing Star Wars content as part of my regular channel programming for a long time, especially with new Star Wars games on the horizon. I'm also planning on returning to doing some live streams in the near future, probably on YouTube Live rather than Twitch though. What games should we expect to see in the near future on here? As I said in response to the last question, you can expect some more Star Wars, some Battlefield, some Far Cry, and maybe even Assassin's Creed. I love playing strategy games too, so if anyone would like to see me include a bit of real-time strategy or turn-based strategy mayhem, let me know in the comments. On average, how long does each video take to make? These newer ones, like my Kylo and Rey or my Han and Leia videos, can take anywhere between 10 to 20 hours. This includes collecting footage, writing a script, recording myself, cutting the audio and video up, and adding all of the edits. It usually takes quite a long time because I find it difficult to focus, so I tend to go quite slowly. Why are you so funny? That's a nice thing to say. Oh, do you watch anime? Any recommendations? Unfortunately, I do not watch anime, sir. However, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Ages ago, and I've been told to watch Attack on Titan, which is supposed to be very good. Which is worse, death by burning or death by being frozen? Burning would definitely be worse. I find it difficult to imagine dying from watching the critically acclaimed Disney blockbuster Frozen, but you know, each to their own. Why do you not have 100k subscribers? Thank you for believing in the channel, mate. I'm sure one day we will get there, but for now, I'm very happy that over 1,000 people like my content enough to subscribe. Do you think you could beat Gromit in a fistfight? What the fuck? If you could create another update for Battlefront 2, what would some of the things you'd want to add or change be? There's so much you could add to Battlefront to make it even better. I would start by giving the game a few bug fixes. They didn't get them all, unfortunately. Then I'd add new weapons like the shotgun from Republic Commando that fires bullets instead of lasers, or the ability to fly ships in Supremacy. I'd love to fly a TIE Defender around a Star Destroyer in atmosphere while my team fights for points on the ground. Maybe in Battlefront 3. I would also adjust some of the saber combat and hit detection to stop people bunny hopping around with Dooku like they're on crack. Also, of course, I'd add a ton more maps and planets, but you know, there's only so much you can get into this game, and Battlefront 2 was already such a massive improvement on Battlefront 1 in terms of content like maps and characters. I'm sure Battlefront 3 will be even better. Why are you making tutorial videos if you, by your own admission, are trash? That is a very good question. Do you know the Anakin death sound from Revenge of the Sith game? If not, could you react to it? I have used that ridiculous sound in some of my videos actually. However, I will take a look at this link you've sent me now. Right, so let's react to this bloody video we've got here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it just keeps going. What's your favourite game to play in your own time? I play quite a few games as I get bored really easily. At the moment I'm playing some Gears Tactics, Endless Space 2 and For Honor. All amazing games and I would recommend them. What editing software do you use? I use the free version of DaVinci Resolve. It can be a bit of a nightmare to learn for the first time, but for a free software it's packed full of incredibly useful features. It does require a good system to run effectively though. Why are you a gammon and not ham? I am a salted pork. Also I get very salty when playing For Honor, so it comes together nicely. What's your favourite music to listen to? My favourite artists are Linkin Park, Red, and The Prodigy. At the moment I'm listening to everything really, so my playlist flies between heavy rock, drum and bass, and dramatic trailer music. How old are you? I'm 26. I'll be 27 in January next year. I have my walking stick at the ready to embrace my newfound skeletal issues. I'm going to end the video there, lords and ladies. I hope you enjoyed learning more about myself and the channel. Stay tuned, as next week I'll be doing another joke hero guide, the heroes to which I will reveal soon. Now let me go to the toilet in peace, Jesus Christ.